Washington, from a chamber on the bottom floor of the White House with dark panels, President Joe Biden anxiously watched as Iran launched missile after missile at Israel. The president and his national security staff were able to monitor the missiles' progress as they raced toward Tel Aviv on a wall-mounted TV screen. The number of missiles in the air could be seen by Biden and his staff on the monitor. How many, if any, were actually hitting their goal was something they couldn't tell immediately. In the Situation Room, tensions were rising as Biden and his advisors awaited word. From his perch atop the conference table, the president rose from his leather chair and strode anxiously around the room. Biden wasn't simply worried about the impending catastrophe in the Middle East that day. Dockworkers in the United States had earlier staged a walkout of tens of thousands on October 1st, halting ocean transport from Maine to Texas and closing ports throughout the East and Gulf coasts. Hurricane Helene had just 6 days before wreaked havoc on Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. The labor conflict posed a threat of empty stores, price increases, and a possible setback to recovery efforts. The situation would become even more dire when, just a few days later, yet another severe storm would form in the Western Caribbean and careen toward the west coast of Florida. Biden, with his half-century of government experience and slightly over 3 months remaining in office, would face a formidable challenge in coordinating the reaction to 3 simultaneous catastrophes. In late July, when doubts about his re-election prospects began to mount, Biden reluctantly withdrew from the race. The intensity of the presidency was cast into question after Biden's unsteady showing in a presidential debate against his arch-rival, Donald Trump. Despite Trump's resounding triumph over Vice President Kamala Harris on Tuesday, his associates said that he is completely absorbed in handling the day-to-day demands and unexpected obstacles of his position. After leaving for Peru on Thursday for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit, Biden will go to Brazil for his last meeting as president with the other leaders of the Group of 20 G20. The worldwide gatherings will be overshadowed by the unpredictability of Biden's January resignation and Trump's unexpected surprise as president. "We feel time is slipping through the hourglass, and we want to complete so much of what we've started," said Liz Sherwood-Randall, Biden's Homeland Security advisor, and someone who has worked for him off and on for the past 4 decades. However, presidents' plans are frequently derailed by unforeseen circumstances, both domestic and international. Therefore, Biden spent a few days in late September and early October hopping from one crisis to another, all of which threatened to derail his one-term presidency.